Girl, you be catching me making the weird faces.
Hey everyone.
Hey everyone,
We are
live
here. It's February
here.
2nd. It's officially Grammy night. And guess where we will not be? And guess what we won't
Grammy,
be doing?
Grammy.
Watching that crap. I did find myself watching a little bit of Don Lemon because I don't know, he got fired from CNN and then he created this whole thing and now he's on YouTube and TikTok. He got his own thing. He's doing his own thing on YouTube.
Wait, say that one more time. I really am trying to.
I was just watching Don Lemon.
I'm sorry. How do I watch it?
There's a delay. There's usually a delay in from when we do it to when you can see it. So I see it. There's usually a delay in from when we do it to when you can see it. So I see it. Usually a delay. So
Oh,
you see it? Okay.
technology. She's girl. Thanks.
She got it. The little people. I swear. um. I was watching, I'm not big on the Grammy shows and stuff like that, but you're gonna hear in the background. I'm trying. I'm
It's
sorry.
fine. It's fine. Okay. One more again. What happened with the guy? He got what?
Oh, so I think his name is Don Lemon. I've always watched him like on CNN, but I think
Okay.
I could be wrong on how he exited it. But he did get fired, if I remember correctly. Now he's doing his own thing. He goes live on TikTok. He goes live on YouTube, and he was on YouTube, so I was watching that a little bit earlier.
And how is it working for him? The
I mean, it seems like it's okay. Like he's a news broadcaster. Like, why couldn't he broadcast the news from TikTok or YouTube? Like,
everybody
it's
else does.
okay. I would trust more of what he says because it's more independent versus like some of these big networks.
Right.
And he's
I
just
love the
saying.
way you said that. I love it. I love it. It was so subtle, but clearly understood.
Very.
Clearly.
If you know, you know. If you don't, sucks for you.
I got it. Um, so since we're not engaging in the Grammys, so I'm still hoping that our listeners won't actually plummet because everybody's watching,
I doubt it.
right?
Who
You
watches
got it.
the movies anymore? I
Nobody
mean,
watches them anymore.
to my
Yeah,
head, I'm like, who watches that crap? I don't.
so I figure while everybody's doing that, we could really be discussing um our upcoming stuff, right? What we have coming up and kind of let everybody know what's going down,
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
I mean,
Um,
what's coming up, not going down, what's going up,
going up.
up.
What if we
That's
also
word.
jump in some of the episodes from talking about some of the episodes that we did throughout the season because we're in season 3.
Okay.
And if you guys don't know, if you're following us, like we are in season 3, and the bulk of our episodes are on Spotify as audio only. But between season 2 and season 3, we started incorporating more of a visual piece. And what's different about season 3 is you actually see us, because season 2 it was just the background and the audio, but we're leveling up here, and now you get to see our beautiful faces.
I'm saying, my
Right?
sister, she's so gorgeous. But look. All jokes aside, I have to admit, I love the growth, right? We have come so far from season one, right? Until now. Girl, we mothers, we don't care. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
He's fine.
So
Tell him I love him. But we've come so far from season one until season three, right?
mhm.
And the only thing that I can honestly say, even though I love how far we've come, I love the visual that we're doing now, right? Because now everybody can put a face to it. right?
Yeah,
And I really am hoping that this is going to also catapult us a little further up, right?
I hope so.
Um, but it was so much easier, right? When nobody couldn't see us. Like we was walking around. I don't know about you. I don't know about you. But honey, I was walking around here, hair not done, standing all over my head, um, looking like I stuck my finger in a light socket, um,
Pajamas,
pajamas,
robes.
um, sometimes boobs out, just sitting,
Yeah,
talking, right? Because I didn't feel like anybody was gonna see me, they wasn't gonna hear me. So as long as I have the theatrics going with my voice, I'm good, right?
yeah.
And now it's like, no, I gotta put in a little effort. So
Mm.
a part of me appreciates it because it gives me a reason, especially when things get a little rough, right? When things get a little rough,
Yeah.
when life is really doing the most, I think having to put myself together is helpful,
Okay. Okay,
right?
that makes sense. Yeah, because it makes us look.
Right,
At least put some chapstick on.
right. Damn, at least I walk around here with a dry mouth and shit,
And I gotta invest in some damn lip gloss.
looking hungry as shit, looking thirsty, dry mouth. God dang, my lips and my face all blending together and shit.
Gotta put some under eye makeup on. The only thing is, I'll say, like, I don't focus too much on this because of my glasses. But like, if I wasn't wearing these, I'd be like trying to cover up the dark circles and whatnot.
And I had some glasses just specifically for the blue lights because
Hmm.
when you do a lot of stuff on the computer or on the phone, it's good to have. I don't know what the hell happened to them things. To save my life, I don't know where they're
They went into
gone.
the abyss with the socks. In the
Um,
abyss with the socks.
I definitely feel like this has assisted me, especially, because we said we were going to talk about it in an upcoming show, right?
Hmm.
About mental health and anxiety and depression and all those kind of things. So sometimes actually making yourself get up and actually do something with yourself does help.
Yeah, I agree because
Right?
there's nothing
Yeah.
like feeling like you got to do something or something that has to be done to get you to make you shake a leg.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yes, 100%. Um,
Yeah.
yes, I'm looking forward to that episode. Hey, listen, if you're on our live or not, if you catch it later, comment if you know anyone who's in that mental health realm that we're willing to be a guest. We would be so for free, of course, because we ain't got no money. This is a hobby
We're not gonna say that. We're not gonna say that.
right now.
We don't have money for that right now.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Because
Right?
we
Okay.
live, we eat, and we got a roof over our head.
Right. All our necessities are met, even some of our wants, right?
Hmm. Yep.
So we have the finances, we just don't have the finances for that as of yet.
Because
But as we take off, it's coming.
yes, put that into the air. It shall happen. So I
Mhm.
apologize. Yes, we have homes. We ain't homeless, so we're quite blessed. But
Right.
we got a budget for things just like everybody else, and incorporating some of that stuff into the budget is just not there now. So but it's gonna grow. I see it. You
Mhm.
see it. We know it.
Mhm.
But I think I love the fact that the biggest thing that we can say for this season, I think each season we bring something different, and we have,
Mhm.
right?
I agree.
I think first season we're first starting out. Season 2 we started incorporating more background music to the episodes,
Mhm.
and then season with some dabble into visual, but season 3 is full visual.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, do you think it has benefited us? Um,
Hmm.
or we just haven't seen the results yet?
We have not seen the results yet. I think marketing is kind of sometimes it's hard, and we don't really have advertising dollars. We're just not there to
Right.
invest in it. But we also, we have this is our hobby.
Mhm.
It's a hobby, and we both have lives that we have to live outside of it. So
Right.
sometimes I think that's a big thing to kind of navigate. But when I think back to even the previous seasons, like most of our numbers didn't come as we were launching the episodes.
It was after, right?
It was after. Like
Yeah.
50% of it was son.
He's
Son.
girl. He's fine. Leave
Squealing.
that kid alone. Leave that kid alone. Go ahead. He's fine.
I would say 50% of the initial listens are once the episode is released, and then 50% of it is after, as the season maybe even ends, if I really think about it.
Really?
Yeah, and like we still have the two highest listens to episodes are I'm sorry, I doodle. I was like, what? So it's healing son. Stop squealing. I love you. It is.
I love you too. Okay, go ahead.
Your auntie loved you too, but squealing gotta go. Stop it. Healing your inner child, and then a question on racism. That question on racism is still the number one listen to, and it still gets listened from season 1. So like, I don't know if people are going back to it, even though we have re-released it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
But that's the first most highest listened to from season 1, and then from season 2 was Healing Your Inner Child, which we also re-released into season 3 because it had so many listens.
Okay.
But those so far is still top 2.
That's top
which is weird. I'm like, okay.
It's been a while, right? Because we've had so much between then and now.
Yeah.
But your listens are listens. We appreciate everyone who does listen, and day ones, new subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
I think what we should do, even though we kind of like jump right into the topic, or kind of what we wanted to talk about, I don't want to forget something that you brought to my attention when we was recording earlier, which is paying our condolences, right? To two tragic events that has happened recently with the plane crashes. A lot of lives lost, a lot of lives affected. Um, so we definitely want to pay our condolences to those families that has lost loved ones. And I really don't know the ins and outs of it. I did kind of discuss briefly with somebody that I'm cool with. And it was just kind of like theories, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't really want to get into theories, but I really do, like I said, my heart goes out to those families.
Yeah, agreed. It's I don't know. I'm not going down that conspiracy theory shit. I just refuse
Yeah.
to.
Right.
Because I don't think that this is ever the time when you've had such a mass loss of life in one sitting, and then 2 days later another.
Yeah.
And I think it's unfair. No lie. I think this is like I think it's really unfair to the people who lost their lives when everyone turns it into something.
What?
Like, I think it's unfair to the people who lost their lives and unfair to those families. Like,
very, very, very.
like it's sickening.
It
And
is.
that's all I'm gonna say about that.
I was so thinking that I was like, it's just disgusting. Like,
yeah,
really?
Let's find out what happened. Let's focus on that.
There it is. Instead of finding an angle, right? Let's give some respect to these people that have lost their lives do no fault of their own.
Seriously, they're just trying to get home from skating.
Right.
Come on.
They're just traveling. Right. So the fact that they're making it, like you said, and taking it into a whole nother spin or direction, it's horrible. Yeah.
I think it's deplorable. and
Yeah,
like it's just sickening. It's atrocious.
it is.
And we're not
It
going
is.
to go down that road, but of why and the who's, but
Go
you know,
in, right? But we're not gonna.
mm-mm. Rest in peace to the people who lost their lives, and I hope that I can't imagine like how hard it's going to be for them to find peace in it when they have so much stuff in the news about it that's negative. And but I do pray that they find peace in their healing and their grief in that journey, because it's a lengthy journey, and grief is grief. That shit never goes away. But finding some peace with it is what takes time,
Mhm.
just making peace with it. But even though you still grieve, right? So like the fact that I just I hope everyone cuts the shit and find out what fucking happened so other people can feel safe while they're flying.
We definitely had an episode about that. If you remember, it was the different stages of grief. Remember, we even had a guest, right? We did, and it was about
I'm having a brain fart. We
was it like a death doula? You don't remember
did.
that?
Yes,
We
Barbara.
totally did.
Well, you're
And
right.
it was the different stages of grief and stuff like that. So um anybody who's dealing with grief could always go back and look at that episode as well, because I found it very informative. And it wasn't just our opinions. A lot of times it's our own opinions, and we'll go fact check or we'll go find outside sources and their opinions. But this was actually a professional, right? That's
So
her line
professional
of business.
social
So
worker in the field of, so they have more experience than,
right,
we have life experience, which is, it
right, right,
counts.
right,
But,
right.
Barb, she's got professional and life experience to kind of help. So yeah, absolutely. You're right. I forgot about that episode. Thank you.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
but I hope like if anyone is kind of struggling with, managing their grief and stuff like that, a great opportunity to, there's group therapy, there is individual therapy. There's options for you, because grief is hard, and it's harder when you feel like you have to go through it alone, and you feel like no one's going to understand that pain. I've been there, but it's easier when you have a support system to talk to you about it,
Mhm.
and that's coming from some sort of support. Yeah, you don't have to go to therapy.
Right,
I,
right, right. Because grief is not just
mhm,
um death.
mhm.
Grief can be a number of um other things. It could be the end of a relationship, a friendship. So grief is not always the end all,
Right.
right? It's just sometimes it can be a right now in this moment,
Absolutely.
right? Um, and you're right. Again, tapping on the mental health aspect of it and ways that you could get help is definitely important.
Yeah.
Most important is knowing that, because sometimes just knowing that somebody else can relate, just knowing that somebody else has been there and they made it out on the other end, or they're pulling through it and y'all are supporting each other, is also like a super big help.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we are, yeah. That was a really great episode. I'm so sorry. Like I was like, why did I forget about that episode?
Yeah.
I did. But I think it was an important episode, and I wish we would have. Mm, hmm. Okay. But that was, yeah. Thank you for reminding me. I appreciate it. Um, can you think of, like, we've done a lot of episodes, and I know that, like, do you still have like a top number one funny one?
Mm. A top number one funny.
Mhm.
I was gonna say the house guest one, right?
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say that one, but considering we just did two funny upcoming episodes, like I'm so ready to hear it. right? Because
Yes.
it's different when we're recording it and we're talking it through versus when you're listening back at it.
Mhm.
Doesn't it seem like, even though it's funny in that moment, right? When you're listening to it later, you're like, geez, that was kind of funny.
Oh
No?
yeah.
You feel like
There are
that?
times where I was like,
No, what is that? God, we are really idiots right here for this. Like, right, really?
absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, did I say that? I said that. I really did.
But we don't have titles for these just yet. So I mean,
Right.
we've been busy this weekend.
Yeah.
But we don't have
And
titles for them yet. But they're not my favorites yet. But maybe because we haven't done the editing part yet.
okay.
I think that's
Okay.
why. I think when we get to that part, I might like
Might
get more
change.
strict.
Yeah, like I don't want to say that specifically because I'm like, oh, I cannot wait to these air and just see
And
if I
hit
still
you.
have the same, do I still feel the same way?
Okay. But okay,
Right?
so before hearing the new ones, what's your favorite funny one before the new ones is coming?
Oh, wow. I think it probably is the worst guess one, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, probably the worst house guess. I thought that one was really funny. Setting people's trash cans on fire, messing with people's
Toys.
exotic toys. I'll just clean that for you. No big deal. Don't be embarrassed.
Don't touch it. That one actually was pretty
Um,
funny.
right? Like you
That was a good
did
one.
what? Now the only part that I still stand by is if you come to my house and start cleaning, I ain't mad.
Girl, I am. I'm like, don't touch
I'm
my
not
shit.
mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Yo, I was so thankful. You know, when my son was in the hospital, I had just got out the hospital and um my other baby sister came and I was at work and I was at the hospital and I'm juggling laundromat. Yo, she cleaned my house.
Oh yeah, that was so nice of her.
She
That
cleaned
was
my
so
house. Like
nice. Yeah.
she was like, "Hey, this is what you listen. This is what you need some help with. Like this is not you. This is chaos. And the only way we're gonna tackle this is together." And it wasn't even together. She tackled that shit on her own.
She said, I got you. I got it.
Like, fuck it. Let me look. It might not be probably where you would put it at or where we would have it at, but
I found a
we gonna
home.
tackle this shit and we gonna find it a designation. We gonna put this here, this here, this here. And she redecorated the kids' bathrooms.
That was so nice of her.
So
Um,
I still stand by,
that
even now, if you come to my house and you want to clean up some shit, start in the closet. Start in my closet. Start there. Um, it's some work to be done there. Definitely go ahead, help yourself.
no, no.
And I make sure to put whatever exotic toys
Right
well hidden
away. Under
away.
lock and key. So nobody can get there. Hopefully
No
wash
one,
their hands on them.
please don't. If you do, embarrassingly, um, luck up on one. Just don't wash it. I promise you, it's already sanitized. I promise you,
Just don't touch it at all.
just leave it.
Just don't touch it
Just
all.
leave it because then I'm probably not ever going to use it
Again.
ever again.
Done done. Um, what's funny? I still stand. That wasn't my favorite episode, but I still stand by the don't touch my shit.
Don't help clean up. I can't come to your
unless
house to help you clean up. No, you wouldn't take it
unless
like, oh, thanks, sis.
I
No?
think it would have to be under that same scenario of like I can't lift my ass out of bed to do it then, or something like that. Then I'd be like, okay, fine, I'll receive it. But
Let me get this
otherwise,
out.
no. But I think my favorite episode, even still, we haven't gotten to the new ones, is the Brawling Bama Part 1 and 2.
Girl, I forgot about that. Girl,
Watching those videos
I
over
forgot.
and over and over again.
He swam across that water like he belonged in the Olympics. He's like,
And the lady in the background narrating, like, what they call him, Aqua Boy.
girl,
That was hands
I
down my favorite.
forgot. I so forgot about that. It was fucking hilarious.
I think like it was fun to record it, but sad at the same time. But I think the best part was watching the videos and finding all the trolls and people kind of everyone's comments, and then the memes
Girl,
from TikTok that came
with
behind
them
that.
damn chairs. Everybody with them chairs.
Oh, the memes. Bud, it's bath time. Sorry, bath time.
Yeah, like you
Yeah,
couldn't even find a folding chair to
no,
do a video if you try. I think
no.
some of the most funniest ones like that I found hilarious was the police officer. She was us. She was
Uh-huh.
right there with us, and she was in full-fledged uniform. She wasn't talking about her weapon of any kind. She actually had the fold-up chair and was putting it in her police car. It was fucking hilarious. I
Okay,
almost
now I
forgot.
didn't see that, but there was like people showing videos of people driving with
Screamed.
the back and walking around like a purse. Sorry, the thing is going.
How can I get one of them? I just want one of them.
And then the earrings, the folding chair earrings.
They meant that junk. The t-shirts.
That was
Um,
epic. It was like the
it
brawl of
was
the century.
like I think so many people were like, "It's about time." Everybody was like, "I don't condone violence," but yes. Oh, can we cuss? Can we cuss?
I don't even know.
I don't know the
Y'all,
ins and outs.
okay, thank you for joining us on this live. Yes, we do curse. So sorry, YouTube, if we have violated any rules or regulations, we will try to do better. I guess you'll let us know. Let us know. That's funny. That was really my favorite one. But you know one thing I don't like, and this is since we started like doing the visual piece,
Mm-hmm.
it's the trolls. And I know it's par for the course when it comes to any platform that you're doing live or videos. But now since we started incorporating that video element, like the trolls are coming out. I don't know if it's the topics that we're pulling, like with the Sonia Massey one. I'm like, this is one commenter who keeps commenting. And I'm like, you didn't watch the full episode. You're commenting off of a short. So the person is trying to make it seem as if they're doing their due diligence and doing research. I'm like, well, if you're that diligent on the whatever it is that you're talking about, that you feel so informed to comment, watch the whole episode or listen to the whole episode. Like you're commenting on a short, which is what, less than a minute too. The episode is over an hour long, people. Like just cut it out.
Girl,
I'm at the point like we won't even I'm like, let's not even engage, because I'm like, maybe, well, if you're gonna watch, just watch. But why are you here commenting? Like
I feel like some people have to feel relevant, and then I think some. Hello.
Mhm.
Okay, hold on one second. I clicked something, and girl, I thought. Anyway, some people have to um feel relevant, and then some other people just do it because they're bored, or that's just what's like. You ain't got nothing else to do. But see, the thing is that we don't mind. Even what I heard is even negative attention is attention.
Yeah.
I'm that bad kid. Live here. You're not. You don't. You don't. your negative opinion or your negative attitude is not going to sway me anyway, because I'm gonna still have my opinion,
Yeah,
and
absolutely,
and, and
absolutely.
I'm gonna always speak that opinion, and I don't need your validation. As a matter of fact, the fact that your comment was so ignorant
Mhm.
lets me know if I did need validation, it definitely wouldn't be from you, period. Because that was the dumbest shit.
Concur.
The
I concur.
Oh, didn't she? No, no, she
And
did not.
to bring some clarity, we recently did an episode on Sonia Massey, and there's one steady poster who just feels the need to consistently try to spread incorrect information when it comes to what happened to her. And again,
Right.
it is, it's doing her a disservice. It's doing the law enforcement officials that's prosecuting this case a disservice. Those attorneys, the court, the judges, the jury, who we eventually, like, you're doing them a disservice
Her
because,
family.
and
Don't
her
leave
family,
her family.
yeah,
Her family.
absolutely. Sorry if I didn't say that first, but doing her family as well.
Right, right,
But you're basically saying that the justice system doesn't. Now, do they get it wrong? Yes, they
yeah,
do. But I don't
yeah.
think they did here
Not
because the
even.
guy got arrested, and I don't know if he's still in jail. So I don't want to quote wrong, but they
Hmm.
felt they had enough evidence to pursue charges, and they don't typically pursue charges unless they have proof. Now, I'm not in law enforcement, but why would you waste all these taxpayer dollars, state, federal, however you want to slice and dice it? Why would you pursue a case that you have no proof? Is it for a political agenda? Sure, maybe it's possible, but I do think that the body camera really did speak for itself. And no, she did not throw a pot of water. And if that the person
Oh.
who's posting talking about, well, I watched it in slow mo, he didn't have his on. So I was gonna respond again. Even I was like, "Fuck that." Excuse
Did you
me.
see my response? Did you see my
The
response?
second one after, because he responded again.
He did
Yeah,
again.
I was like, "Don't even
And
bother," because he does. He's not. It's not even worth the time. There are people and companies out there who literally are paid to kind of spread information when it comes to situations like this. So we kind of have to
Mhm.
be careful not to engage with those trolls who might be trying to fit some sort of agenda. But it's one thing I don't like about having that visual piece, because before this point, there was no such comments, but this time around, it's different.
Do you think it has something to do with this? Because before they didn't know,
It's possible.
um, they didn't have a visual, so they don't know
Who's behind the body?
what ethnicity.
It's true.
Um, but now it's like, oh, they're
Mm,
something.
it's possible. Yeah, and, that didn't occur to me, but it's possible. You're right, because that's the only different thing that we're doing this season. Oh yeah. Well, now you
Mhm.
know. If you didn't know, if you couldn't guess by the shit we talk about, here's a clue. Yes, we're the culture of the
And
culture.
I like it, and I love it, and I'm happy to be this
Just
thing.
saying.
I wouldn't trade my ethnicity for anything.
Yeah, yeah. So
I'm
if you
good.
get
I'm cool with it.
confused, let this be a clarification. If you trolls want to comment, be sure to watch the full episodes, not these shorts.
Right. Before you start commenting on
Mhm.
something you know nothing about.
Yeah,
Right?
and even like there's I'm not saying that what happened to her is a small piece, but because it's a really big piece, but there's an even bigger piece,
Right.
right? So if you look at all the different things that we talk about when it came to her, her passing, like it's more than just that one single item that happened. And I find like they tend to pick and choose and harp on that one thing. And I'm like, yo, this is bigger. The family was kind of lied to. They
Mhm.
called beforehand saying, hey, she is having a mental, so like they're picking this one little thing, and that's what they want to stand on a hill on. I mean, if that's how you do it, that's fine. But when we look at it, we don't look at it that way. We look at it from the bigger picture,
Right.
not
Right.
just angle. And it's unfortunate because I think
Right.
that's how. people can easily spread misinformation. And
Right. Right. I agree.
yeah.
Um, so what are some episodes that we have done that you wouldn't mind a redo? Like,
Mm.
you know what? We could do that. We could do that one again. And not like the first one was bad. That's not what I mean, or it was anything, but it was good and we could double tap. We could do that again and make it better, invest more time, add more opinions or content or maybe even a guest.
Yeah. Um. Well, actually, I loved your suggestion, so I don't want to pull that one again. I don't want to say it because I think you should speak to it. Um. Hmm. A
Which
redo.
one? Are we talking about the finances or are we talking about the
No. The because we did a version of it before, like managing,
I
like
got you. I got you. I
speaking.
got you. I got you. I
Okay.
got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay,
I'll
okay.
let you kind of speak to it. Sometimes I got to see it to kind of refresh my memory. Let me see if I can take a look at the episodes on here.
Okay.
You guys at home who are watching, let me see. I can't share screens.
No.
Oh, here we go.
It says right here present, right? You think that's it?
It's here. I was
Is
having a
that
moment.
it?
Um, okay, here we go. Okay. From oh.
Girl, you see me over here looking at this screen like
You can't see my screen, right? Okay. Well, hopefully you can see my face. I guess I can't share my screen. Oh, maybe it's because I'm in Chrome. Share screen. Let me try one more time. It's easy with two. Sure, I just don't have two monitors. Thank you very much at this moment. Window. Okay. I thought I could, but I can't. So I'll just click off for a second. Okay, I'm looking through all the episodes from this season, and I'll probably load my episodes. Oh. We have a lot of episodes, guys. So just hang tight. Um, hmm. Maybe the women encouraging women. I
oh
think, but with a like
yeah.
I wonder if she, because I know she actually has her own podcast nowadays, but I wonder if she would consider kind of coming back. Because Miss Darlene, it was with Darlene Haygood,
Yes.
and she was a phenomenal first guest. Now we were on the struggle bus.
That was like the very beginning,
Yes,
right?
I'd like
Yeah.
to. Yes, straight up struggle bus. But I love how with her ministry, what she does for helping women with like I forget the name of the ministry, but I follow her on Facebook, and like she recently posted about a clothing drive or just the minute I forget I'm gonna say it wrong. You know what I'm talking about with the clothing with women who are in
Yes.
the workforce and they can go shop for free for clothes and stuff like that for themselves,
Yes.
even for their kids. Um, I would love to kind of redo that episode, but because we're more experienced now, it'll be a little bit more organized and flawless. What just happened?
Girl, I was trying to drink some water and totally splashed myself in the face, like wet t-shirt contest. Like, what the fuck was that?
I don't know. YouTube may not want that. YouTube be like, Dang, I don't know how strict they are here. Like, we're coming off of TikTok and how they move. So YouTube, please forgive us if it doesn't. If
We're figuring it out. Can we
we're
get a warning? Can we get like a
yeah,
don't
hands
do it again? That'd be great. Um, yeah, I could see that. That was a really good episode.
hmm
Yeah, it really was.
It was, and she's phenomenal. Like I love the work that she does for the
Awesome.
community, and there's not
Absolutely.
many people who commit themselves to that life and continue to like. It's so easy to like get excited and then motivated, and when things get tough it just be like we kind of lose interest, and even though it's a good path that you need to be on and your place was there, but
Right.
she's really committed to it, and you know it's still going, what, 4 years later, so it's 2019, 5 years maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
2021,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I lose my fingers.
It don't feel bad.
Yeah. But that's one I can think of. I'm like, I would love to kind of redo that one with her if she'd be willing to kind of come back. But we'd be more organized and more,
Right.
because we were having technical difficulties. It was such a shit show.
It was. And
And-
she was so patient. She was just kind of like, it's okay. It's okay. And she hung in there.
she did.
She did. Yeah. Yeah. That was a good one. I like it.
Mm.
Um, as far as an episode that I would love to redo or sorry, or could you hear that?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
Mm-mm.
So one that I would like to do again is the one that was on what anxiety, depression, mental health,
Mm.
um even was it I think there was even like suicide prevention in there
I
or
think
a
it was
suicide hotline.
managing seasonal
Avenues that they could go,
depression.
right?
Yeah, it was something like managing seasonal depression, and it was right
Yeah.
around Rona and
Yeah. It was a
that
lot there.
constellation.
It was definitely a lot. I would love to redo that one and actually have a professional
Mhm.
like a counselor, therapist, psychologist. What are some
Mhm.
other for professional input, insight, advice
Mhm.
would be dope. Because
I
I think with that one we kind of really did which I'm not taking anything from you at all because you do your homework. Like when we
Yeah,
say topic, w- you fully investigate, right? So I'm
yeah,
not taking anything from that. Like
not
we
perfect.
find we find supporting, articles and books or whatever to kind of support that materials to support whatever it is that we're talking about. But I think actually having a professional would add some extra info or
Yeah,
expertise that
and
we don't
not just from our like, because we're going off of whatever it is that we're reading. There's
have.
one site that we use a lot when it comes to mental health. Um, that's not coming to right now. It has really really great articles, but there's nothing like hearing it from a professional's voice to I think to get people to pay better attention. I personally like I agree with you. I think we really need to do it, and if now is the time to redo it for various reasons, I think
Right.
we are headed for some I think we're headed, not just like us personally, I think as our society as a whole is headed for unpleasant times, if you will. And I think it's going to be more important for people to know how to manage those fears and anxiety that's going to come from just regular life, things that have happened in the past, and anxiety from what's going to happen in the future. I suffer from anxiety, and I have tools that I use to help me break it, but is it always perfect? No. I know like I've learned to kind of ping the difference of when, okay, I'm anxious. Why am I anxious? Like I literally have the conversation of, well, why are you anxious right now? What triggered this? But that's some of the tools that I learned in going through therapy. Um, but sometimes it's easy to forget those tools, and I think having someone as a reminder, hey, this is what you need to do, I think can help. And I think we're going to need it more than ever. Just, I hope to be wrong, but 99.9%, I'm right.
Trust your gut.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Yeah.
So what are some things that maybe you have seen in social media that we have not discussed
Uh-huh.
that you feel like would have been pretty interesting? Because I thought of some ones that I've seen and I'm like,
Okay. Well, there's one that I absolutely want to make sure we do it because,
okay,
and I think there's a video I may have sent a couple weeks ago. We were still in Florida at the time, and it has to do with people with disabilities. And
mm,
I think now more than ever, it's going to be a great time to highlight that people with disabilities, yes, they may be differently able, but they are still people. Um, so I would like to do an episode of that kind of incorporates that video that we watched about that gentleman who was basically harassed at the Target, harassed for a disability that wasn't visible to someone
yeah,
else,
I
but he
remember that.
clearly had a disability, and
Right,
Aaron felt like they knew better with his because of a handicap done thing. So I really want to do that because there's there's tons of people who are differently abled. That's not a reason or cause to ridicule anyone. It's not a
right,
cause to feel like somehow you know better or if someone's gaming the system or not, because this guy was not. Like,
right,
just because we may look the same on the outside or we may look one way on the outside doesn't necessarily mean that we couldn't have a disability.
right.
So I really want to make sure we do that episode because, I think it's unfair. People with disabilities are people and they deserve some basic respect.
I
Um,
agree. Absolutely.
just human, just being a human. Treat people how you want to be treated. You want someone calling you out saying you ain't disabled if you are? I mean, come on.
And I used to work with special needs and disabled children. So I
Yeah,
definitely know, yeah, I definitely know that it's different levels to that. Um and just because you're not seeing someone's physical need or physical ailment or whatever it is that you say, because I don't want to be disrespectful. Like I never want to disrespect. But just because you're not seeing it doesn't mean it's not there. Just like someone that is suffering from anxiety or somebody that's depression or somebody that's really going through something in life, just because you're not seeing it doesn't mean that it's not there and it's not happening.
agreed.
And I think that is so disrespectful. And it's sad that even in this day and age, that people still don't know any better. Like, you don't know no better yet.
Well, they know better. They just choose not to do
They
better.
just don't care,
Some
right? It's
people,
it's just fucking disrespectful. Oh,
some people just choose not to do better. But
um,
but if you whether you no, I'm not even gonna say that. But I was thinking it, and I'm gonna keep that to my breath. I'm gonna keep that to myself.
you can send me a message with it. I will love it. I would like to know. But
Mhm.
anyway, um, something that I've seen on social media that I don't think I want to discuss, but that I have thought about maybe doing some reactionary videos, right?
Mhm.
Because I found that a lot of reactionary videos, they be like, psh, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely want us to have our own thing and our own little niche or whatever you say it, right? But I have been crying.
What side
Girl,
of TikTok are you on so I can be there? Forever, how many days we've got left? Part
I
two.
have I have been in tears. Not the TikTok, just not the TikTok, but even on YouTube,
Okay.
on TikTok, um, I've literally been crying at these people about these damn food stamps.
What side of YouTube is this? I think I saw one person, like, but it was a reactionary video to somebody. Maybe I did, but it was just one. And I was like, why are you sitting here falling out on fucking on social media? Like, dude, you keep that amongst yourself between you and your family. Like, don't go viral looking like a dumbass.
Like, I think the part that has been I think the ones that have been most funny is the ones that are like really oblivious. Like
Mm,
you you think that you're right,
yeah.
right? Like you don't feel that there's a problem here. Like this one chick was on there talking about $500 is not enough. $500 is not enough. I need at least
Not
a
enough for what?
thousand.
For
Do
what?
you see how groceries are going up? I need $500 is not enough for groceries. It's not. But I would love to get an extra $500 to go grocery shopping.
Yeah, but
And
is that their
and
only
you're
thing that they're getting?
and you're complaining. I don't know. I don't know. And then there was like some other ones where it was some other ones where people was like, um,
Hi. Sorry.
it's okay, I get it. I know what it's like talking about stretching and stuff.
Girl, no, he's not feeling good. Ain't no stretching involved.
I'm
And I ain't
sorry.
feeling that hot either.
I hope you feel better.
And you know why.
My
We
bad.
both feel like shit.
Um, but how these people are like really feeling so entitled.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and not only entitled but unappreciative. Like, word, like we complaining. Um, and some of them I so agree with, and not to the receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, there's this one lady, and I really wish I could remember her name. I cannot remember her name, but she did nothing but speak the truth. She was like, "Look, they're not cutting off food stamps for everybody. No,
Mm-hmm.
no, they're cutting it off for able body,
Mm-hmm.
which means you ain't got no kids. You can get up and go to work, but you're not." So I agree with her. I'm like, now why are you getting food stamps again?
Well, then I question. Okay, I agree. Like, if you're able-bodied and you're not suffering from some sort of disability, or all of the things that criteria would fall under. But then I question, like, who classifies able-bodied? Like, if you're 60, you can't get it. You got another 5 years left. I mean,
Girl,
sorry, you got another 7.
I
And
wish I had a
you
picture
get
of a
Medicare.
skeleton right now.
Then you get Social Security, and then maybe you can get some of these stamps. I mean, I'm being funny, but who sets the of who's able-bodied? That would be my only question. But
I didn't look at it that way, but that's a valid point.
there's people that game the
It
system. Let's
really
be
is.
honest. Who don't like? Are there people who game the system? Yes. Those
Yes.
people, they should be held accountable. But I just ask, like, well, who determines who's able-bodied? I understand that concept, but like, do they have a disability? How do you know? What if there's a quiet one, a silent one that you can't visually see, and you're like, oh, you're able-bodied, you can go to work in a factory somewhere.
Medical records. But the other thing that you did kind of bring to my attention that I really didn't think about was when you said the older community.
Yeah, they
Like, I
need it.
feel like these older people, like, man, can they catch a fucking break? Oh, man.
No, and then they're trying to raise I mean, God knows.
Retirement age.
Is Social Security going to be available by the time we're 67?
If I could draw a skeleton, I would, because this is what we're gonna look like by the time we are able to retire and maybe get some food stamps. Damn, I really wish we could do like picture in picture so I could just find a picture of a skeleton, like no meat on their bones,
I
and just
mean,
put it up there.
like there's communities that I think are vulnerable here, and I think like maybe the elderly might, because they're on fixed income, so why wouldn't they? If you're getting Social Security, why wouldn't you be eligible for
I agree.
that kind of assistance? So like I question that, and then there's plenty of people who are out there working, but let's don't forget like the working poor, like they're working and can barely afford.
They'll get it, yeah.
Hold on, let me make sure I'm taking the right shit. Remember I tell you about that time where they gave me the wrong fucking heart medicine? They gave me heart medicine and could have killed my ass. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Now I check. I'm like, this is my fucking description. So like there's vulnerable people in the society, like the working poor. Wait, what? What did I miss?
I can't drink water.
Oh, did you?
Every time splatting me in my
Are
eyeball.
your
Okay.
eyes thirsty? Did you need some moisturization? Girl, get some vitamin E on those eyeballs. They're like, we want some.
When you said need some, never mind.
All right, don't even go there.
Go ahead.
That's something that concerns me. Like, who says who's able, like, there's plenty of people that do game the system. We can't pretend it doesn't happen. But I think that the system needs to be smart and wise on how they determine
What's what? Who's who?
right, who is or who's not. Because it would be sad. Like, are people going to be starving? Like, there's already a population here that experiences food insecurity now. Like now.
Yeah.
There's people that have food insecurity, and I don't know. I do feel pretty blessed and very lucky that we don't have to experience that, but right now. But when we were growing up, like tuna with rice, tuna, rice, and mayonnaise with onions. I mean, like we were not, we were on the struggle bus growing up, and our parents didn't, our mother didn't have a lot, so ramen wasn't really a thing back then, but we sure ate a lot of rice and weird combinations just to make sure that we were fed at night. So, I just, I don't know. That just makes me, and I get it. But I will say, have you seen any of the TikToks? I haven't been seeing anything on YouTube. I try to keep YouTube as my Zen place, and I typically will watch things that are like, anyway. But I've been seeing a lot of things recently about Tabitha Brown, who everyone is saying like, there's been a call from like our community. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. No, keep going, keep going.
No. There's been a call from our community of people to not purchase their groceries and stuff from certain stores.
And I'm not.
And neither am I. We're not going to go into all the specifics of it, but if you know, you know. If you don't, too bad. But there's been a call for our community to where are we putting our money? And from what I'm understanding of it, I could be entirely wrong, but Miss Brown said, no, we should continue to purchase from said stores.
No, I will not.
Because we'd be hurting people like her and businesses like her who are from our community by not purchasing from those stores. And I'm like, I get it. But you know what? You seem like you might be on the wealthiest side of the line. So,
girl, flashing that ring. You see the ring? Girl, you are.
I don't watch her that much, but like, I don't like how can you say as a person of the culture, I get as a business person, you got to protect your bottom line, but y'all as a business person need to be figuring out a plan now. Don't be depending on us. We want to buy your products. We want to be supportive. We just don't want to buy it from certain stores because we don't want to give them a cut or our money. If you don't think that the diverse, whatever. Anyway. So I just thought that that's something I've been kind of paying attention to, that I'm kind of like, I get it. You have a bottom line, but ma'am, you're in a different position from the rest of the world, and the things that are going to impact us ain't going to impact you, and it's going to impact us more than it will you. So to make that encourage everyone to continue to buy from these stores, I'm like, that doesn't really make sense to me.
Anyway.
Right. Just my opinion.
I don't mean no harm. I mean, I definitely had I definitely had this discussion with somebody else that I'm really close with, right? And I feel like part of the problem is that everybody is more concerned about them and not everyone as a whole. So this is wrong. They shouldn't do this, but I still want you to pay me. I don't want to lose out on my money.
Yeah.
Not how can I be a part of this movement, more of how can I, what is that word I'm looking for? There's a word I'm looking for. It's called damage control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? So I'm more concerned about damage control and how can I still get people to buy my products from these places. We're not. Move your shit. Excuse me. You might have to bleep it out. I don't know.
I don't care.
Move your products.
Mm-hmm.
Figure it out just like we've had to figure it out for years. Figuring it out ain't nothing new for most of us. Absolutely. I know it might be a new concept for y'all because y'all got it better. And I'm not hating that you got it better. That's great. You know, but when you're talking about when you're telling me about how hard you work to get in a certain place, sometimes you have to make it not about you. It's not about you.
Yeah.
How hard you work to get to. Let's talk about everybody as a whole, not just you specifically. Because we all work hard for what we have, not just you. It's different scales, right? But don't we all work hard? Haven't we all put in work to get things and acquire things that we want?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So if I work hard for it, if I'm making my money, I'll be damned.
Yeah, I agree. I have a hard time with that, and I'm like, maybe I just don't know enough context. That could be it. That's fine. I can receive that, and if someone wants to enlighten me, go ahead. I'm happy to receive it. But I just, like, as someone who is not in a, like, in the top 3%, and I don't know where Miss Tabitha is. I feel like she might be not near where we are. But as someone who's not in the wealthier scheme of things, like, I think it's wrong for you to tell me to continue buying your products because your businesses are gonna be impacted. A lot of people's businesses are gonna be impacted. You ain't the only one. But guess who's gonna be really impacted? Are us as a culture, if things keep going the way that they are, where there's this push against, I don't know. We no.
Not against. It's social class. That's what it's narrowing down to. The
True.
haves and the haves not.
Just look at, like, the some of the hip hop artists and rap artists that we followed, who were very quick to disregard their values and perform. But what, a year ago you're like, and suddenly you're doing it for the bag. Okay, I get it.
I don't. That's the
But
problem.
you already
That's the
have the
problem.
bag.
You
Everybody knows who you are. They can make money at any point. We can't.
you you will not be missing out from saying no.
It had better been. I mean, I don't know. I can't. Maybe because maybe because I'm not in that realm of things. I don't understand it. That's fair. But, like, I don't see myself caving to a big check for someone who does not care enough about the rights
Everybody,
of everybody as a
just
whole,
your
not
bag.
just the rich cronies that you hang with. So he showed his hand. Like, I don't know. Like, there's one artist that I was like, it would kind of make sense that you would do it because it's not like you're still popular, and you probably need a check. I get it. But, like, when I was like, like, you seem like you good.
Well, I will say this. Sometimes looks are very deceiving.
Cut it out.
We just said that. We just said that earlier. Just because everything looks good and tactful on the outside, you don't know what's going on the inside or behind closed doors. So in their
Mhm.
defense, you don't know. But I'll tell you what I know.
That's true.
Um, I have my boundaries
Hmm. Yeah.
and I have my morals and I have what I'm comfortable with and what I'm not. And don't misunderstand me. I'm not going to do anything that's going to jeopardize my household,
Hmm.
my kids. They're depending on me. But I'm not going to forget my morals. I'm not going to forget the right and wrong. I'm not going to a dollar. I've been without before.
I
I,
mean, that's
I struggled
cool.
before, and it's like some of these people are like, "Oh my God, what struggle? Yeah, struggle." Some of us been doing it for a while. It's not gonna hurt. It'll make you a better person. I promise.
Absolutely. You be stronger and know how to live through a struggle when you've
Navigate.
had a struggle. Like, it's not a surprise when it's like, oh shit, the lights get. I mean, damn it, how are we gonna afford this car note and I gotta get to work? Oh wait, do I have enough money for gas this week? Oh shit, I don't. Oh boy, that's a problem. Like, what
And
am I
that's
gonna
doing,
sell to get
and
this?
that's doing everything right. That's the messed up part. Is that when you're doing it right, you struggle the most.
Yeah.
When you have your morals, you struggle the most.
So do you feel
You
like,
don't think so?
and I'm gonna say their names because I felt like in my brain I was like, Nelly would need a check. It's like, who is he? He hasn't had an album in years. He's touring, but he got a whole new baby. So yeah, they're expensive, and you You might need a check. But like with Snoop, I was like, I don't feel like you do. I feel like you might be on a different scale. Like, even though he's not doing, he did come out with an album, a gospel album. And I'm like, wait a minute. You came out with this album to play to the masses, but then you are all up in.
I'm done.
I can't.
I'm done.
Okay, whatever. That was a year or two ago.
I
Maybe
can't.
the album didn't do well, but it did well from what I understood. You got shows here and there. You made cameos at the fucking Olympics. I don't think you're hurting, but that could be perception.
I think I disagree with you on one thing, and I'm gonna tell you, and that's not too often, right?
Mm-hmm.
When an actor or a rapper or someone that has had that kind of publicity and that type of fame starts doing commercials, they might need the money.
I mean, I don't know. Shaquille does the general insurance commercials. He ain't hurting. That guy ain't. But he does the general commercial. It must be a nice check. I mean, I don't know.
But is he really relevant other than those commercials?
No, I mean he's on the sports network. I think he's an announcer. Wait, I don't know what the correct term is. Sportscaster, right? He's a sportscaster. He invests wisely from what I understand, and obviously I don't know him on a personal level, but like he invests in businesses wisely. So like he's made smart investments. That's what I was trying to say. And he's still relevant in the sports world. We just don't know because we don't watch, it's not like we watch ESPN or anything like that. But I know it's him, Barkley, like there's like sportscasters on ESPN. I don't, we don't even have it. We do actually. Well, it doesn't get watched as often as it used to be. So maybe he's not. But you're right. I guess for some artists, like maybe that's the point. Maybe it's not as glamorous as it seems, and maybe they really do need it. I just don't see that from Snoop, but I could be wrong. I mean,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like when you're used to a certain lifestyle, don't you have to do little, and not a little, but when you're used to a certain lifestyle, sometimes you have to do certain things to try to maintain that lifestyle, right?
Sure, yeah.
So, I don't know nothing about that because I don't have a lifestyle. I just pay bills. I survive.
I hear you. What? That's real. Life is just life, and we just trying to do some life. Oh no, you're frozen. No. Okay. Wait, you froze on my screen, but I can still kind of see you.
Oh, you can?
On here. That was funny. I was like, wait, why are you still frozen? It looks like you're chewing.
I was chewing a piece of candy. But yeah, when I grow up, I want to have a lifestyle.
I'm just saying.
That show, Lifestyle of Rich and Famous.
Oh no, I didn't mean to close that dang window. Dang it.
What happened?
I was trying to pull up the episodes that we have. I had it up so we could, but then I had a brain fart and I closed it, and that's going to take forever to open because you know how.
Sis, I know we was joking, right? Because you said to me, "Oh, I was kind of joking, but I was kind of serious," right? We're gonna do our own variation of the dating game.
Yes, I think we should. But
single ladies.
How are we gonna do that?
I don't know. We have to figure it out. Maybe we can get some ideas.
We would probably have to upgrade this thing right here that we got going on, maybe for like a month. I don't know. We gotta do
That
some
would be
research and see how
fun,
many
right?
people we can incorporate into one episode.
That would be fun.
Okay, but yes, here we're gonna go ahead and talk about it really quickly.
Okay.
I say, what if it's the dating game, but we're gonna find Janine the date.
What? Not well. We don't have to just do it for me. Maybe we could do it like this one time for me. But then maybe if it does really well, we could.
Okay, if it does well, then
Right.
we'll select a select few.
Right.
A select few. But if you are in the North or South Carolina region, no, South. Because
The
I mean, you
South.
have to be able to go on a date. I mean,
Yeah, the
but
South.
it's not
The
that.
South.
But
The
you
South.
typically get a little bit finicky about saying where's. Okay, if you're in the South Carolina region, or very, 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 very close to the South Carolina.
I'd say close to the South Carolina
Okay,
region.
there we go. South Carolina, very, very close to it, and that will be more towards the western side of South Carolina.
Okay. I'll take that.
Right? Okay, there we go. This will be a call to action if you'd like a date. We
That's
don't know
funny.
all the details, but you can comment, and then we will invite. Maybe we could do it like over a week or so, like a 2-week type scenario, and then we'll
Okay.
have somebody on tell us about you, da 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 da, and
Okay.
then we will have a panel. We gotta find our panel that would be who would pick their favorite potential suitor.
Okay.
And then maybe you pick from the top 3. I don't know.
Eligible bachelors, but I don't want to pick.
You
I
don't
do
want
not
to.
want to pick. No. I don't want to pick. Yeah, I don't want to pick. I
Okay.
don't. I want you guys to pick.
Okay.
I don't want
Well,
to pick.
then maybe we need another girl on the panel then. But then you wouldn't be able to be on the episode. Okay, we have to figure that part out. Maybe who would you trust? Like maybe locally?
I could be on the I would trust her. I absolutely
Okay.
would trust her. Yeah, I would totally trust her.
Okay.
And I trust you.
Okay.
I definitely feel like we need a male that can weed it out.
Yeah. From the male perspective.
So you would, and
Mm-hmm.
I know who I see calls bull real quick, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they would think about it. And if not, then what about our big brother? He seems like he's always down for the cause.
J or K?
K.
K.
He seemed like he always down for the cause. He always seemed like, yeah, you know what, let's do it.
Okay.
No, he doesn't seem like that a little bit.
He always seems like he's like, okay, yeah, I'm on board. But it depends on the situation. He'd be on board where it's like, okay, it's a family emergency. All right. He'd be on board. But this is a little bit different.
Definitely.
So
This is fun though. I think he would be with it.
okay.
And his wife is absolutely beautiful. I think she would probably be like, yeah, you know what? Let's do this.
Really is gorgeous.
Right? Yeah.
Looking like a Huxtable.
Right? Like that just make me so sick. You're just so together. I'm sorry.
Lucky man. You're a lucky man, Kay.
Right? And she's so reserved, right? But she's so like down to earth.
Like she'd be like,
yeah, I ain't about that. Don't play with me. I love that. But she's so like, she definitely gives that don't play with me, but she definitely gives that I'm real tactful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. She definitely does. I love it. But I think it would be fun. And then if it does go well, or even if it doesn't go well, we could still every once in a while, I don't know, every 90 days, do it. Like you know what I'm saying? Get a panel. But then on the other panels, I actually have a say so.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, I mean, this is a lot to navigate through, just so you know. So
I think it'll be fun though.
I think it could be fun. So y'all who are watching, please, if you think that you'd be up for this, and gentlemen,
eligible,
eligible.
Please don't be separated.
That right there.
Please don't be on my way to divorce.
There you go. What else?
Please don't be young as hell.
There we go.
Not that I don't think that younger people are mature. That's not what I'm saying here. It's a reason for that. Because I don't intend on producing no more effing kids.
And
So
or
please don't.
raising adult kids.
I don't mind kids if you already have kids. I love the idea of blended families. Don't confuse that. I just don't want to birth any more kids. If you come with kids, I would much so prefer that.
And be mature to know how blended families can work and the dynamics of it, because it can sometimes be challenging.
Patient, it can be patience. Yeah, none of those. Right.
Yeah.
And don't be asking me what I'm bringing to the table, because that's automatically
done.
Done. Like, don't ask me what I bring to the table.
Like
I actually had someone that was gonna fix their mouth to ask me that. Did I tell you about that? And then he was like, I'm not gonna ask you that, because I've been watching a lot of panels where guys are asking that, and it really don't ask me that. Don't.
Not a damn thing for you.
I can tell you at my table, we eat. And either you're invited or you're not. And by you asking me, that already puts a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah. And you gotta be serious. Like, for the gentleman, you want to be someone who's really wanting to date and be serious about intention and wanting to be in a committed relationship that could ultimately lead towards, marriage. And this is from the sister who will give you the hand and give you the business if I need to, nicely, or I can be an asshole. You decide which one you're gonna get, because it's gonna depend on your actions. But that's gonna be a really big thing. Like, don't be out here trying to play games, because ain't nobody got time for that. Period.
Right, we're definitely older now, right? Like, like, you still do that? I told you that last situation. I was like,
yeah. So, word to the wise, folks. Y'all need to comment and check in on that so we can start moving. But hey, let's see what happens. This is really exciting. I know we were kind of thinking of this going like in a different direction, but I like when sometimes we just organically shoot the shit, if you will. But I really like talking about some of our favorite episodes, and then also, our goals, what's new, all that. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Totally different from what we were planning, guys. Sometimes we just kind of go down a rabbit hole and things get switched up, but that's us now. And we truly appreciate you guys sticking with us and sticking on this live for almost an hour and a half. Thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. I think I might see if we can put this on Spotify.
I thought of a title too. Do you mind?
Yeah, what you got?
Because remember, we have to kind of think of like catchy stuff. So you just tell me if it's too much. You said Janine, it's way too much, right? But
tell me offline. Tell me offline, so that way we don't let it. Because once this goes onto YouTube, it's there. So we don't want to give it away before we give it away.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I just what I'm thinking is, how like sometimes we have different things for different places.
Chop it up.
Right. Just this one here, we'll push it over to Spotify as a video.
Okay.
And see how that goes. So like maybe the lives from YouTube lives will push over as a video into Spotify.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I said we're probably gonna do it offline. I apologize.
I got you.
Because like YouTube is us live strictly, and Spotify is audio. Maybe we just flip it so it's, I don't know, just
make it do what it do. Okay.
Make it do what it do. Sorry, y'all. Sometimes we be brainstorming and here it comes out in the episode. I'm gonna give the title, but I'm gonna give it away because then it's gonna be
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
I got you. All right.
Thank you, everyone. We really appreciate it. But we got kids. You got to get ready, settle down for the night. And we will catch you on our next live. Thank you so much.
All right. Sundays at 6.